What's going on, y'all? I appreciate everyone tuning in. It's the first time trying to do a podcast vlog type of thing. So I don't know how this is going to go. I've always wanted to do this before, done it on TikTok where, I do fishing on live on TikTok and post a lot on TikTok. I'm team TikTok instead of, Instagram, but it's my first time doing this. So we're going to give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Maybe a different location or such like that, but we'll give it a try and let's see how it goes. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you guys have any, advice, I got a mic here. Just got on Amazon. Got this little board thing. I'm trying to figure out how to use, and how to work and everything. So we're gonna see how well it goes. Today is November 12th, 2024. So I thought I'd date stamp it because it's my first time. And got the good old cup of Monster energy drink with ice. That's my favorite type of thing. Always with ice now. So go check it out. But anyways, how's everyone doing today? You know, a little bit about myself is my name is Drew. I do a lot of fishing. Also a parent, and also I work full time. I'm a grandson of two grandmas. Unfortunately, one of my grandfathers passed away not too long ago, and such like that. My hobbies: I like to fish. I like to tinker around the house, do a lot of things. I just got a tricycle, adult tricycle. Got to go check out Facebook Market because that's where everything is at. I just got a vintage tricycle for $40. Now, of course, it does need new tires. It needs a chain and probably some rust-free type of chemicals. But we're gonna work on it, tinker around the house. Can't go fishing this whole probably 2 3 weeks because I just gouged my finger at work on Sunday using a box cutter. Just sliced that thing. So, but a little bit about me. Northern California, Bay Area. That's where I'm always gonna reside. Got a tattoo on my back to represent that, 707 for sure from 707. Born and raised in 707. So, yeah. Went to high school in Montgomery High School. So, people that are watching, you probably know that already. I appreciate y'all being in here. Went to middle school at Slater Middle School, and then elementary school went to Village Elementary. Went to grammar school all the way from kindergarten to high school, and then moved to a different city. And if you guys know where I'm at, you guys know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I do have two grandparents, a mom and a dad. My auntie passed away too. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my auntie. Both of my grandfathers have passed. Both of them have passed, and then I have Mm, let's see. I have one cousin that I have guardianship of. He's 8 years old. Oh, let me correct that. Dad moment, 9 years old. And I have guardianship of him since my aunt passed away. It was either I do guardianship or he goes to the system. And you guys know how the system goes already. You know what I'm saying? So, do have guardianship of him. My grandma and I help each other take care of him. Monday night through Friday morning. I usually have them during the week, so I help them with the studies and everything. And then my grandma has them on weekends. So, and I do have a daughter. She is now a teenager. Teenager again. I said it. Teenager. So, and that's been fun. Fun. So, anyways, but besides that, I think that's pretty much about me. I mean, the pretty basics. I'm a 90s baby, for sure, a 90s baby. That ain't never going to fade away. So, lived the good life. And that was the best era and the last era of the best generation you could think of. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's any generation after that. Not so great. But, and to each of their own opinions, and each generation is different. So, but yeah, so a little bit about me. I love to fish. Let's just start off with that. That's probably one of my best hobbies, and I love the hobby. I picked it up probably about 2 years ago. I used to fish a lot when I was 8 years old with my mom and her boyfriend. We used to go for striped bass, and trout, largemouth, and catfish. Not a lot of catfish and largemouth, but we were big time in on rainbow trout and also striped bass. We also did a salmon. We did, what is it, one of those charter things? I forgot where at, to be honest, because I was so little. That was over quite a few years ago. But did a charter for salmon too. You know, um, so a lot of, but majority rainbow trout and striped bass. We used to go to Howard Park. If you're familiar with Santa Rosa, you guys know where Howard Park is at. I don't know what it's like anymore, but back in the days, it used to be the hot spot for trout, stacked and everything. We used to limit out all the time, so and use the lovely power baits. I don't know what it's like now with mice tails and everything, but ours was the good old fashioned rainbow power bait. The yellow and the green, and I don't know if we use cheese or not. To be honest, the cheese power bait. And then, when we went sharper fishing, we used anchovies. That's what we used the most because that's what we were told and what we learned off of. So now I go for everything and anything I can. Even if it's a first time or something, I'll go for it and do it. I particularly like sharper bass. Right when sturgeon closed, I'm in love with sturgeon because sturgeon is a whole different game. Sturgeon, they go back to the dinosaur days. They're bottom feeders, but man, they're fun. They're fun, and they can cut your line like nothing. So I'm a big time striper. I wish sturgeon was open so I can go for it. And I would say crabbing. Crabbing is probably my other big time favorite thing. The reason for crabbing is I use snares. I don't use the net pots and such like that. I use snares. Snares is probably my all time favorite because you're always moving. It's actually really good exercise than you think. You would think it's easy. Nah, it's not. Every time you got to set the hook and then you got to reel it in and you got to have that consistency of reeling it in so the loops don't open so the crabs fall off. Um, that is tedious. You got to like reel it in every 5 minutes after you let your bait scent just marinate in the water so it can attract the crabs. Bodega Bay was actually kind of slow today. Not today, but it was slow Sunday. Which was pretty interesting, or was it Friday? No, Friday. Sorry, y'all, Friday. Went right after work, got to Bodega, camped there all night. I didn't sleep all night. Got there around 8:30 a.m. Sorry, 8:30 p.m. and we left around 8:30 a.m. So I got no sleep. I stayed up the whole night trying to catch crabs, and it was slow. Caught only two dungeons, and one rock crab for keepers and a lot of little ones, a lot of little ones, and I mean little like the size of your palm, like the size of your iPhones. Um, I don't know what was going on, and it was open season. I think it was an open season, open on November 2nd, and I got there around what was it the 8th, so 6 days after it opened. Slow, and there was a lot of people there. It was like kind of battle fishing, but the cool part is, everyone's friendly, fun, have a good time, barbecue, fire pits, and trying to catch all crabs. Of course, if you cross a few lines here and there, it's okay for the fierce few times, but after that, tensions get high. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I stayed up there all night, and it was the first time I ever had Dungeness crab. Boiled it, and it tasted amazing. Better than Safeway, better than Costco, better than Lucky's, better than Trader Joe's and Sprouts and all them things. So much better, so much worth it. So, um, but going back though, I do love Dungeness. Going for crab, I do love stripers, and I do love sturgeon. Leopard sharks is another one just because they're cool fish. You know what I'm saying? If you ever look at a leopard shark, those are pretty cool. They're beautiful looking. They're beautiful skin. It's kind of like leather. Kind of smell like iron too, unless it was the net that I'm using, but it definitely smelled like iron. Um, the worst fish, bat rays. I don't care what anyone says. Bat rays. Yeah, they're fun, but man, they can mess up your gears. They'll break your line. I think the biggest one I caught, I couldn't measure it or anything because it was too heavy. It was with my brother too. I always catch keepers. I catch my PBs with my brother the most. I've noticed. I'll probably say 50 to 60 pounds off the bank. It was a rocky bank too, so I couldn't lift it up, and I was too scared because you can get hurt off of the bat rays because of the oh man, I just blanked out just because of the I don't want to say the stinger, but the barb. Sorry, barb. The barb can get you, and it can really damage you. So if you go after stingrays, please, or bat rays, please be careful because those things are intense. But so again, I don't like bat rays. Yeah, they're fun to fight and everything, but to me, it's like um what I've gone for though. What I've gone for, and again, this is just about me, y'all. This isn't just an introduction about me, and you could tell it's one of my favorite hobbies. Um, so far on the checklist that I've caught was, strappers, of course, mudsuckers for bait fish, jack smelt, uh, man, split tail, Sacramento pike, whatever you want to call it, bluegills, of course, largemouth, crappie, sturgeon, striped bass, leopard shark, bat rays, Dungeness crab, rock crab, guitar fish. I have not caught a trout this year, or not. I don't want to say this year. Since I started 2 years ago, never caught a trout, even if it's a lightning or a rainbow or a brown trout. I'm definitely going to go for that this year. I actually did catch a catfish up in the Sacramento River. That was the other thing I did catch too. So I go all over the place. A lot of places in Northern California. I don't like to travel too far away, to be away from the kids in case of emergencies and such like that. Um, and I like to go all over, try different baits, try different methods. Um, and I use, two pulls if it's two pulls necessary, say less. I'm running two pulls. If it's one pull, don't chance it. I already got a ticket for using three pulls when I first started fishing 2 years ago, and I didn't know the laws and everything. I got a over the limit rod, and that was over $800 ticket. That was again 2 years ago. Was an $800 ticket, and that was pricey. Trust me, that was pricey. So don't follow the laws and follow the rules, everyone. Get your fishing license too. It's like what for one rod it's $65 or $70 for two rods. It's in total $80 around there, 80, 85. Worth it because look at that $800 ticket I had. That's not worth it. So definitely get your license. At least I know the few rules and regulations and such like that. Even if you don't know or it's hard to research, wherever you want to go fish, there's always going to be people out there. Just ask them. Usually, I will say about 70 to 80% of the fishermen's out there, they're nice. Um, of course, you can catch a few bad ones, during the week and such like that, bad mood or just not in the mood to talk people. But usually, fishermen's they're really nice. They like to help out. They will if they have extra, hooks. You could be barbless or barb or beads or swivels or weights or bells or anything like that. Magic string, magic string. Come on, you guys already know. Um, they will be glad to help out or even just advice or tell you. I mean, now fishermen they'll give you advice, but they'll tell you the long, lengthy story of like, oh, I caught this 90 pound bluegill like back in 1995, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I caught 29 bluegills in 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of possible in some ways because it's bluegills, but let's be serious. Fishermen like to over exaggerate on quite a few things. They like to over exaggerate on their inches. Just playing. So, but yeah, just go out and fish. I love to fish. I love to fish because I love the anticipation of you never know when you're gonna get that bite. You never know where you're gonna have the fish on, depending on the waters. I fish in brackish water a lot. I like brackish water, but if you go salt water or brackish or anything, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You have no clue what you're gonna hook onto. So the anticipation of the bite of the unknown, along with you don't know what's gonna be on your hook. That's the best part. It could be peeling, dragging. You're like, what is this? What are those? Those type of things. Or if you're using a specific bait and a specific setup, then you know what you kind of got on the hook. There's times where you're like, I can't tell if that's a big old leopard shark or that's a sturgeon or a bat ray, or that can happen. So I suggest everyone to go fish at least once in their life. I know California, they have, what is it, 2 or 3 days of free fishing. Take advantage of it. Even just get a pole and don't worry about the expensive gear. Any pole works. I know I need to buy one because I haven't had one since I was like 8 years old. But the good common Honda version of rods and reels is the GX2s. Those are the best rods for an all overall use. You know what I'm saying? And that, again, everything's my opinion. Everything's my opinion, but I just think the GX2s, which I'm going to get one pretty soon, because I'm tired of not having one. I got like, I don't know, 10, 15 rods. I've given a lot of things away too. Um, the GX2s, they're probably like the Hondas of fishing, for like, like striped bass or, sturgeon or such like that. Good sensitivity of tip too. Um, so I would just say, just go to Walmart. Even if you get the Spider-Man rod and the Barbie and the Paw Patrols and Trolls or Blue's Clues or anything, those work too more than you guys think. Those don't just catch little fish. Let's be honest. My good friend who used to use the mini rod all the time used to catch keeper stripers, and I'm talking about mini rod like less than 6 inches rod. He used to catch keepers like nothing off of that. So you never know. Oh, that's another thing I need to go after one time is shad too. Oh, and salmon, we can't go after salmon because it's closed, but steelhead too. But anyways, go out fishing at least once or twice a year. It's worth it. It's fun. It's relaxing. I enjoy it because it gets me out of the house instead of sitting down playing Fortnite or playing. That's what I play too, by the way, y'all. Fortnite, watching movies. Like, that's great for the body to relax. On a stressful days or weeks. But it's also great too to just be outside and just enjoy the fresh air, even if it's during the sun, uh, even if it's sunny or cloudy. It's worth it. It's just to get away from the fast life. Um, that's the best part is you're just away. It's peaceful. It's control. It's relaxing. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy it a lot. And there's a few spots that you can go by, and you have a beautiful view, and you're like, nothing can beat this. I always drink Monsters when I go. You know what I'm saying? Monsters have a little snack, and such like that. Some people do barbecues and do the full thing of barbecues, tent all night and everything. Um, Take advantage of it too. And just have fun because you never know. And it's also take your kids out because it's good memories for them. Like it gets them out of the house, get away from the phones and tablets and computers and such like that. It gets them out into enjoying the water and Mother Nature. To be honest, of course, if you're in a some things are man-made and such like that. Now, of course, not Mother Nature, but it still has the surroundings of Mother Nature, along with the fish can be Mother Nature. So take advantage. Like, take your kids out. I always say you got to go fishing at least once or twice. So and if you guys have any questions or anything, like I said, when it comes to fishing, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but I do have some knowledge on some things. And right now, I have no knowledge of nothing. Right now, I'm on the biggest struggle I can ever think of. I can't even catch a striper to save my life. Dungeness is real slow right now, and such like that. I know sturgeon's popping right now. I'm hearing a lot of people catch sturgeon, obviously because it's closed. Uh, Not even supposed to go after it. So, you can just drop a comment in there and whatever, and I'll be glad to respond or anything like that. So, and again, if you guys want to follow my TikTok, I haven't been active that much lately, since I had my son. I call him my son, but he's my cousin. Big age difference, to be honest. He's still in grammar school. Um, since he lives with me, it's harder to get out a little bit, but I try to go out as much as I can. There's times I'll go live and there's times I won't. Sometimes I'll just throw lures out all day. Um, and I like paddle tails, to be honest. Soft baits, paddle tails, those are my favorite, especially the Berkeley's. I like the natural shad, storms too, and such like that. For stripers, if you guys want a suggestion, and you can Google this yourself, I had a few people tell me about this. Stripers, they see chartreuse. they see chartreuse. Just a heads up on that. And if it's at night, they see dark colors. See if that makes sense, you know? But yeah. So again, I don't know. This is my first podcast, trying to figure things out. You know, hopefully this goes pretty decent. If not, oh well. I still gave it a try. You know, don't be scared to try something. Don't live in regret, because when you're the older you get, the more regrets you're gonna have not doing things. And I'm already getting to that age where I'm regretting a lot of things that I should have done after high school, or yeah, after high school in my 20s and such like that. I should have done a lot of things, but I just, you know, I wasn't guided the right path, and hung out with a few friends that, you know, helped me out try things, you know. So appreciate it, y'all. Again, if you guys like it, press the thumbs up. I'm not gonna say, you know, hit that red follow button or whatever that thing is. I'm not gonna do that. That's up to y'all. But all right, I appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace.